What's a belief that you've evolved your thinking on? I know it sounds like we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier.
It's a really good question. Well, one, you can always learn, and you can always learn from other people.
In terms of the industry, what are some commonly held beliefs that you disagree with?
100% consolidation. I hear a lot of folks think we'll eventually get to 100% consolidation, and I'm specifically talking dental now. I hear that common language. Of course, we can say that in veterinary, ophthalmology, orthopedics, all these things that happen. But as we look to history and the consolidation that's been happening, I think there are a lot of people that believe we'll eventually be 100% consolidated. And I still believe that there'll always be the staunchly independent, the solo practitioner, the person who wants to do it. And of course, there will always be somebody who's wanting to start the very first practice,
Yeah.
right? And they want to start it on their own or whatever that may be. So I do believe we'll always have a place for the independent practices. Now, they may need to band together through associations and buying clubs and study groups and things like that. But at the end of the day, they're still independent. They still have their solo practice or one or two locations, whatever it may be. But I do believe as we look at that, we will continue on the consolidation path. I'd say we're somewhere in the 25 to 30% consolidated today, if I'm estimating. But I don't know that we'll ever get to 100.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's a belief that you've evolved your thinking on? I know it sounds like we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier.
It's a really good question. Oh my gosh, that I've evolved my thinking on. Well, one, you can always learn, and you can always learn from other people. I think if we start back to the comment of I was a mid-20s kid thinking I knew everything, I know I don't know everything. So, what I've loved about joining, my path of starting my own firm in my mid-20s to selling to CLA in 2018 and merging in, there was that evolution. I was 36, 37 years old when I made that change. And what I realized were the things my clients were asking for that we weren't there for them yet for. So we needed better technology systems. We needed better, we needed quality of earnings team. Sage Intact was a common conversation for us, what we were doing. So, when we've evolved into CLA, we've been able to get department heads for each one of those that are focused on consolidating industry. So they're knowing the industry, they understand the problems and challenges. So I can't do everything, and we've built an amazing team that can support us in that.
Hmm.